were not actually broadcasting for the last 5 minutes as I showered, flowed, spit fire with brilliance. But I'm here now, and this is Hug Nation. Good morning. Good day, whatever time it is for you. I'm John Halcyon Stin, and this is a practice of sharing gratitude and being a source of gratitude. When we live in a world where there's so much of the narrative is about division and conflict and injustice, it is important to recognize that that is part of our world, but it is not all of our world. And so it takes a little bit of effort sometimes to focus on the other things and to be the other things. So this practice is about on one hand, making sure that you notice and pay attention to and call out and really feel the goodness, the good stuff, the good people, the good experiences, the lessons, the positivity, the growth. And so we share that with each other so that we can be reminded of all the ways that life and existence can be a joy. And we set an intention to be someone who adds to the love and the light and the kindness in the world. Paying attention to what's good, being more of what's good. That's it. What are you grateful for? Good morning, Gerbot. I was so puzzled. I was talking for 5 minutes before I realized that I had not hit the correct button, um, which was probably for the best because I almost immediately made a joke about my genitals and almost immediately was like, probably not the right joke to lead with. I am grateful for now I can't remember what I already mentioned. Oh, I'm grateful for the phone calls with my friends. Did I mention that? I had a couple really, really awesome catching up calls. One with somebody who I hadn't spoken to for probably 3 years and had heard that they had gone through some really tough stuff, and it was so valuable to hear it from him and to hear his side and to hear all of the aspects of the situation that were just so heartbreaking and challenging and to hear and see and feel him doing so wonderfully right now. So that was a real pleasure. And then I had an awesome call with a good friend who is an attorney, and I had some questions that he helped me with understanding, like what is and isn't worth it to deal with. You know, often when we are wronged, there's this feeling of like, I'm going to sue them, right? And which is an opportunity. It's a great thing about our system, but there is a cost in time, a cost in frustration, and so it's the wise mind weighs and says, "At what amount of effort am I willing to put in for a possible payoff?" Or the other way of looking at it is, how much would I pay to make this all go away? And sometimes that is the the wise decision. Is like, yeah, this person screwed me, or this person didn't deliver on the thing that I paid them to do. And to get that money back is going to take me this many hours and this much correspondence and this much time where my mind is focused on war or battle. And sometimes you got to go, okay, optimism tax. High Noon says, I just got done watching the short video you created with Grandpa Caleb, and it made me cry tears of joy that you are still shining the teachings. Gratitude, brother. Thank you. I certainly have enjoyed myself getting to spend time with the videos and editing and connecting with his vibe and his words. My brother just watched. There's a short clip I did, and then there's a longer. There's on the podcast. There's like 15 minutes of him talking and kind of going deeper than normal, and it was rewarding to hear my brother's reaction to that, to Grandpa Caleb's voice, because few people spend as much time listening to him as me, and it felt good to be able to provide this just jewel to my family. Good morning, Curie. Good morning. Anybody else have any gratitude to share? I am still feeling grateful for the chorus season. It's been, as I catch up with friends and as I've been writing about it, it's been really good to reflect back on the experience and all the lessons that it provided me. And I'm grateful I've got a friend showing up momentarily. He's going to leave town this morning. So I said, come by and I'll make you breakfast. So I'm going to get to see a friend on their way out of town. I said I'd make you breakfast before I thought about it. My first thought was pancakes, but I don't think I have pancake batter. So scrambled eggs, I can do that. I'm grateful for this new hat I got. I wanted like a really bulky, loose knit beanie. I'm in a stage of my hair right now where bedhead is a 24-hour a day situation. So I'm trying to expand my wardrobe to include lots of ways that I can cover this in-between stage of my hair. I got a bunch of thin beanies to wear during the warmer months, but now I can wear more legit beanies. Now it's cooling off. So I'm grateful for the weather, an overcast, cool morning. Grateful for the nights that I have to close the windows. Woohoo. Good morning, Lisa. I love you too. Lisa says, I'm grateful for a rainy weekend, and instead of being productive, I've been lazy and I do not care. Exactly. I don't really like the word lazy. I understand it, and sometimes I've labeled myself that way. But downtime, relaxation, these are rest and self-care are productive. It's not lazy. If you are working in a machine shop and you shut down the machines for a few hours so they can cool down and you can oil the parts, you're not being an inefficient worker. You're thinking long term. You're not pushing the machine past its breaking point. So relax, Lisa, and let go of any sort of guilt about it. Enjoy. Lisa says, and I'm grateful, even when I'm alone, I make myself laugh. Lisa says, I know, I almost used casual. There we go. See, we're on the same page. What else am I grateful for? I feel like stuff happened yesterday. I'm grateful that I had a chance to do some computer organizing and go through some old photos. Did a little gardening. High Noon says, I'm grateful for the true quality time I've gotten with my grandma, also known as Grammy. She was my shining light in the 95 years she lived as a human. She became everyone's Gram. Thanks, Gram. Lorian, good morning. Hello, welcome to Sunday. Well, I am so grateful to get to spend a little bit of Sunday with you. I was going to say I'm going to try to have a low coffee day, but I'm on this is cup 2 right now. So I'm going to stop at cup 2 today. It was creeping up on me. So I'm grateful for coffee. Grateful for hopefully a little bit more of a casual day ahead. And I'm going to try to be friendly and kind and patient and connecting. See if I can be the person that I know I am when I am at my best and unguarded and free from ego triggers. That's who I want to be today. Curie says, I'm grateful it's been super slow day at work, so I've been resting and having productive conversations with ChatGPT. Grateful I'm getting closer to nailing my first fry scream. Think death metal screams. Fry scream? Like as part of music? Or is it like therapeutic screaming? Or both? If you were in a death metal band as a vocalist, that just made my day. I am grateful for that. Earbot says, grateful to be watching friends' fur kids while they're out of town. Yeah. Singing. Amazing. I should suggest to Lisa that we have one of the songs in next year's choir series be a fry scream song. Imagine me busting that out at karaoke, says Kiri. I am grateful for that visual. I'm grateful that I had enough propane in my barbecue to barbecue up a steak that I had. I thought I might have to drive and go get more propane last night, but it's on my list to do now. And grateful for grass-fed steak night when Lisa's out of town. High Noon says, I'm going to keep her spirit alive today. Be kind and patient with those around me as I'm trying to be inwards as well. Here's just say, tell no one I can do it, and then just surprise everyone with my talent. That would be worth recording the room if that takes place in publicly. I would really be interested in seeing that. It hurts my voice even thinking about it. I can barely sing a regular song without hurting my voice. Well, and with that, I just want to say thanks for spending a few moments together. I am grateful for this practice of remembering that we have a community of beautiful spirits to remind us of who are the people in our neighborhood. That being said, I will acknowledge that I did not fully embrace my Love Ambassador opportunities yesterday. There was like a Halloween carnival event down the street at the park in our community. And with Lisa gone and me having no kids, I did not attend. I don't feel fully comfortable attending an event for children as a single older man by myself. I did the weekend before. I went to a birthday party for a 4-year-old, and I was the only person there that did not have a child. And that was a stretch for me, but I am friends with the mom and the child. But there were moments when I was meeting parents and they were like, "Which kid's yours?" And I was like, "None. I just like little kids." No, I didn't say that, but I said, "I'm friends with the host." So, I could have gone out and tried to meet more neighbors and be friendly, and I took off the love ambassador badge for the afternoon and worked around the house. Curie says, "So far, I still sound like a baby duck." It's not supposed to hurt at all. I'd still like to hear the baby duck version. Lorian says, "I'm grateful for the sunlight shining in through my bedroom window. Knowing the days are getting shorter and colder, I'm lying here soaking up as much of it as I can." Thanks, Lorian. Actually, I'm grateful that I've been making some like little adjustments around the house like now it's getting darker. There's no outside lights in my courtyard where my barbecue is. So I've been barbecuing with a headlamp. And so I set up a little very simple bulb with a switch on it over the barbecue. So to make it easier in the future. So I'm grateful for a little handyman solution that I've been playing with. Feel proud of myself. Don't tempt me with a good sounding time, Kiri. Lorian says, "My son has always befriended our neighbors, regardless of their ages or familial status. I love that he just sees people instead of all the boxes we try to put people in." That is beautiful. And, I you know, um, that's beautiful. I still have a hard time letting go of anticipating what a parent would think if a strange man started talking to their child. I think if maybe I could go, I should have gone and just introduced myself to grown-ups and ignored the children. That's probably would have been the right thing to do. Not the right, but that would have been the opportunity that wouldn't have been weird. High Noon says, "I'm grateful for spending the past hour and change outside in the sun today and the meditation I did outside as well." Ah, how nice. Well, I am grateful for this morning, grateful for the day ahead, and grateful to spend a little bit with you wherever you are. Give yourself a hug. Let's feel connected in this embrace, recognizing that we are ambassadors in this world and get to choose how we show up and what we spread. So let's take a deep breath in and squeeze. On behalf of Grandpa Caleb and all of us, thanks for being here for Hug Nation Live. I love you. Happy Sunday.